everyone. Welcome to Lilybug's Library. My name's Linda. So we're going to do take two of this video. I all finished and went to upload it and realized that for whatever reason, most of it had not actually taped. So we'll try again. So I read three books this week. One was an audiobook and then two ebooks. So the first one was Elizabeth Peters, and it's called The Snake, the Crocodile, and the Dog. So this one was about Amelia Peabody, and she and her husband are archaeologists and go to Egypt, and she has some sense of foreboding because there's a tale about a king's favorite son who's been warned that he would die from the snake, the crocodile, and the dog. So she's kind of looking out for that. I did not enjoy it. I DNF'd it at 30%. And I don't know if I can even articulate why I didn't like the book because it has all the things I enjoy. It has cats, it has Egypt, it has archaeologists. I'm into all those things. But I just didn't feel any emotion towards the characters. I just couldn't connect with them. And they all seem very dry and uninteresting. And just even their dialogue with each other didn't help. Like sometimes, you might find a book, maybe too heavy on the descriptions or something like that, or there's one character you don't care for. But with this, I just didn't care for any of them. Because I listened to it on audio, I'm thinking maybe it was the narrator, but not even sure about that. So I will try like reading the ebook or the physical copy of the book at some point. But for now, it's a soft DNF. I know a lot of people love Elizabeth Peters books, but this one was not for me. So there was that one. And then I tried my first classic this year. And I mean, I've read classics in the past, but this is the first one I've read for this year. And I had promised myself I was going to read more of them this year. Well, the first one certainly was not the one I should have started with, I guess. So this one was called 100 Years of Solitude. So it's, I really picked the wrong one. If you read, the reviews and the synopsis of the book, it's called, they call it beloved and acclaimed and, all those wonderful words. Obviously, I was reading a different book because it was none of those things. And so it's about the mythical city of Maconda, and the main character is Jose Arcadio Buendia. And you know how I know that? Because they say his name about 500 times. It drove me crazy. It's like they never just call him Arcadio or whatever, Jose. They never just call him Jose. They have to say the whole name. It's like, okay. So this one, a gypsy comes to town and is selling something each time that's, pretty incredible. And Jose Arcadio Buendia, see what I did there? He thinks that he can use whatever it is and he can become rich and famous and have all this acclaim, and it never works. So meanwhile, his kids are growing up, and one gets involved with some neighbor woman, and they're very explicit about that. And then he disappears, and the mother goes looking for him but can't find him. And then the second one starts to get a little older, and he goes to see someone, and apparently she's spread out like a banquet for him. And it just gets weirder and more disturbing from there. So there's a woman who ate dirt. There's a sleep, or not even a sleeping sickness, an insomnia sickness. And eventually I just gave up. And I'll be honest, I felt like I needed a shower for my brain and a glass of wine just to get the memory of the book out of there. It's maybe I'm just more of a Charles Dickens person. I don't know, but this one did not do it for me at all. So that was the two that I didn't do very well with. And thank heavens Reese Bowen came in and saved the day because I read an arc of her latest book, and thank you to the author, NetGalley, and the publisher. It was called Silent as the Grave, and it was by Reese Bowen and Claire Broyles. And this was one of the best books I've read in a long time. So this is the second Reesbone book that I've read, and I just love her style of writing and just love the stories. So it's a Molly Murphy mystery, and both of the ones I've read have been Molly Murphy mysteries. I know she does write other things, but these are the ones I've concentrated on. So she does a really good job of bringing you into the early 1900s and making it feel natural. The characters are relatable, even though it's so long ago. And some challenges they face that we don't, like there is talk about women's suffrage and things like that. But there's other things that, Molly's trying to, look after her kids and still do other things for herself. And, that's challenging. And, her husband has to go away on business and he's gone for, days at a time. And that's challenging. And, things that you still can relate to. And the mysteries are so good. They're so incredibly detailed and well thought out. This one involved a friend of hers, Ryan, who's shooting a movie, and it's one of the first moving pictures, not a talking picture, but a moving picture. And so she takes her daughter Bridie, and they go to watch this moving picture along with her friends Sid and Gus, and they get quite involved in it. It's new and it's different. And eventually, after watching for a while, they ask Bridie to be in some of the scenes, and so Molly decides that she'll allow it because Bridie's on vacation from school. And but there's a lot of accidents that keep happening around the set and a lot of things going on, and it starts to look like maybe they're not accidents. So, Molly has starts to investigate some of this to see what's going on. And I can see that Molly Murphy's going to be my companion all year long because I finished this one and it was like, okay, what's next? And I'm going to have to go back and read some of the earlier ones. You could certainly read this as a standalone. It's not a problem, but there's just little things that, you think, oh, I'd really like to know how that first started. So I'd like to go back and read some of the earlier ones. But this one comes out sometime in March, and I highly recommend everybody to check it out because it was one of the best mysteries I've read in quite some time. So at least we ended on a high note anyway. So that's it from here. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. And I feel like there was one more book I read, but can't remember what it is at this moment. So I'll get it to you with next week's Friday reads. So I'm gonna go and try to get a couple things done around the house. Depression's kind of been kicking my butt lately, but we'll see what we can do. All right, have a great day, friends. Bye bye.